Hi, it is the Holistic Mystic Show, and we're back this week talking about what does success mean to you? What will make you feel fully satisfied? What will help you to enjoy life a little bit more, even if it's just 2% more today? Let me know who's here, who's in the comments. We're going to be diving into this topic, and this is something that I come up against all the time as I have like 5 Capricorn placements in my chart. And I, have a trauma childhood. And so I just kind of come to life from this aiming to please or to be productive or perfectionist, this kind of perspective of viewing life and expectation on myself. And so when we come here and we talk about these topics, it's important to understand how are you viewing it? Where are you coming from when we talk about these things? Um, so because everyone is so busy, we all have so many things that we could be doing. If you're here, you're probably, you know, half of you are probably entrepreneurs, the other half of you are just highly sensitive, right? And so I find that a lot of us cut out playtime. So do you do that? Do you cut out playtime? Or are you really fully living life in joy and feeling truly satisfied? So, my question to you as we continue our conversation today, what does being satisfied even mean to you? Let me know in the chat. Hey, I see all of you hopping on. If you're watching on YouTube, definitely go over to my profile on YouTube and or no matter wherever you're watching. Eventually, this will be on Spotify. Go over into my bio or my link area so that you can join our Facebook group because we have monthly prayer circles. You can join the conversations live and get your questions answered and just join the conversation and be a part of our community. So let's dive in. I will just come with full transparency saying that I have not perfected this, but I do focus my attention on it a lot because I know myself and I know my strengths and I know my and things that I can grow in. And I know that I usually get so involved with what's going on in the 3D with my business. In the past, I've given myself stress headaches. I mean, I love what I do. I absolutely love it. And that is definitely the goal. That is the goal to be in love with what you do, to be obsessed with it. But I do tend to prioritize work first. And when I wake up, I would check emails and texts, and I was putting everyone else before me. And I think I've gotten better at that as far as like the not checking the text or my emails immediately. I give myself a couple hours, but I will find that it'll be like 8 o'clock at night and I'm still working. So it's kind of coming full circle in my schedule. So I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to put myself first. And if that's you, it's like it's always a continuous lesson. And so over the last year, I've really been diving into this topic around like what does success mean to me? What does it look like to wake up every day and love and enjoy my life? And I've had to cut out some things. I've added some things in, and yesterday I was receiving a beautiful session, a healing session from my soul sister, Deb. And we were focusing on sacral and solar plexus. So a lot of these themes are really alive and active for me right now. And what really came through was like, I got to work on this again. I got to schedule in my playtime because if I don't, then I will just like, you know, get so busy with everything else in my life as a busy entrepreneur and someone that works a lot because my husband and I are focusing on paying off debt right now. So I really need to make this a priority in my life. And so yesterday I had a call that I had the wrong time for. And so I was like, let me put this into action right now. And I went to this beautiful downtown area where I live and I walked along the river. I did some earthing, I grounded my feet, put it in the grass, and it was exactly what I needed. It was exactly what I needed. My soul needed that. And I am relearning about myself that I really need to be connected to nature. Like that is what keeps me sane. It what keeps my energy regulated, my nervous system regulated. And so if I don't do that, my emotions kind of go haywire. So how is this landing for you guys? Well, I'm talking today about I'm sharing all this because I'm talking about fun and enjoying our life and knowing what success means to us is the key to loving and enjoying our life. And success really is different for everyone. So for me, success is waking up and I'm going to bed and I feel satisfied. I feel fulfilled. I feel like I made an impact in the world. I feel like I had enough me time. I feel like I nourished my body and I followed my heart and I walked hand in hand with the divine. And so as long as I'm doing those things, I feel satisfied. I feel fully alive and I feel really good. But I'm not doing those things. So I'm not putting myself first. I'm not feeling like um I'm just kind of running around procrastinating. Like that does not feel good to me and that is not what success feels like to me. And I used to think that success meant to me like, oh, I had to have like a six-figure business and I had to be working, taking 20 clients in a week. And in my look, okay, my view and my outlook has definitely changed. So this conversation really requires us to dive deeper than what we normally do and have deep in focus and intention on the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. These are the main ones that we're working with when it comes to feeling alive and on fire about our life. So how is your solar plexus doing? How is your sacral chakra doing? Our sacral chakra is When our sacral chakra is activated and alive, we have more passion, we have more zest for life. Like we feel satisfied and we're really open to receiving good things in our lives, like abundance and money and pleasure and joy. When our solar plexus is activated and alive, we know where we're headed in life. We have confidence, we have determination, we radiate this light from within and we take action to manifest the life that we want for ourselves. And so these two are really the key things when it comes to feeling like we're successful. And so if you're running a business, if you are even remotely interested in, sharing your healing work with the world, you're going to have to look at these things because what works for me may not work for you. And what works for you may not work for someone else. And we have to stop, going off these huge big uh monumental American dream uh uh qualities or characteristics of what success means for everyone. Like it does not have to mean that you know you have a white picket fence and a white house and a picket fence and a wraparound porch, and unless that's what you want, right? We do not have to sell out all our offers, right? If you are happy and successful and feel satisfied with your impact in the world by serving a few clients a month or creating a group program and having like 5 or 10 people in there, and that is giving you extra money to pay your bills or to travel or whatever what that is for you, or if you do really want to have a really big impact in the world and write books and have a podcast and um make $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month, like you are allowed to have that, but you need to define when you wake up in the morning, like, is all of it going to be what you want and not someone else? And is all that responsibility something that you want? Because for me, I've noticed that responsibility is I don't want as much responsibility as I used to think I wanted. And I'm going to delegate more in my business. And that's what I'm doing this year. So I'm really, you know, when we tend to these different areas of our lives and we take action and we align ourselves with what we truly need to feel satisfied, then that is the success. That is what's going to bring you the most joy, because you need to understand what your values are, what your value systems are. And this is something that I actually work with my business academy clients. We go in and really dive into what your um what your compass is for your life, and identifying like whenever you make a decision, is this going to align, or is this going to take you off balance or off track to where you want to go in your life and what you want to do. So how is this landing for you guys? Yes. If you're like me and you know you need more play in your life, right? The questions to ask yourself is, what are the hobbies that you're putting on the back burner that you really love to do and you don't make enough time for? That is going to be something you have to put in your calendar. Like for me, I have to be out in nature more. Like I just need it. My soul needs it. My physical body needs it. Like my energetic field needs it. And I feel the most alive and active when and are activated, and like my soul is on fire when I travel. Like I feel as much alive in my purpose when I'm traveling as when I serve clients. And so what hobbies are you putting on the back burner? I know my husband and I, we wanted to um go camping over the weekend, like do 3-day camping trips, or even just 2-day camping trips. Like we even bought a mattress for our car or Jeep so that we can do those things without having to put a lot of money into our traveling right now, because we're trying to pay off debt. But we did not do that. We did that like once last year. So I need to put these things back in my calendar when I'm looking towards the spring and the summer, right? And then the other aspect here is, what are you putting first that doesn't get your first priority attention, or doesn't deserve to get your first priority attention? What are you putting in your schedule first that doesn't deserve to be highly prioritized? For example, probably like laundry. It doesn't matter if it gets all like put away. It can sit in the thing, and it doesn't have to be put away immediately. And some part about me is so anal. I'm like, I need to put it away, la 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 la, right? Because I don't really like seeing it there, but it's just something I need to let go of. And so that these other things can take up my time that would bring me joy. So whatever's coming up for you, like schedule the hobbies and the things that you love first. Schedule them in, put them in your planner. Promise you, if you put them in your calendar first, you will actually do them. You can fit your life around these fun and exciting things because they are money making activities. If you're an entrepreneur, you have to have your heart full and alive to serve, or you're not going to attract clients. You're not going to like radiate that light so they can find you, right? And if your solar plexus is activated and on fire, right? It's like that spark in your eyes. People notice that. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't have that spark in your eyes, then your solar plexus is probably underactive or way too overactive, and there's a lot of heat in the body. We can talk about that another time. Chakra work is like my jam. It's what I've studied for 7 or 8 years for. We have to rearrange our priorities so that we can fit in more fun and play, because that's going to feel like freedom to us. That's going to feel like we're living our life on purpose, and we're going to feel successful. So play, do the thing that lights you up. If you are in our Facebook group, if you're not, go get into our Facebook group, but your accountability is to go post a picture of yourself doing your hobby or your creative activity this week and share it in the group so that you can inspire others to do that. And if you're the first person, be a big girl, be a leader, be an inspiration to others, and go ahead and put yourself in the Facebook group and share what you're doing. Let this be your healing medicine to yourself. Like choose yourself first. These are one of the things that we can do that helps us to build that self-trust within ourselves, because we are putting ourselves first. We say we're going to do it, and then we actually do it. That builds self-trust, that teaches us how to love ourselves. And so it all begins with these little steps. So in the comments, let me know what your biggest key takeaway is. If you want to dive deeper into this work, I have 2 options for you. We have a solar plexus chakra ceremony coming up next week for those who are local near me. The intention is to really activate our inner flame deep within us, right? That spark in our eye, that inner flame that's held deep within the belly, so that we can be better. We can improve our self image. We can find direction and clarity for our lives. The solar plexus, like I said, it really represents our willpower, and it's blocked by doubt. So we're going to be diving into ritual and prayer. We're going to be praying with cacao medicine, and we're going to shamanic journey into the solar plexus to really help to open up this energy center, and regulate whether you're really high or really low. We'll be diving into what that means in our ceremony. That is April 28th. It's next Friday at 6:30 p.m. Let me know in the chat, or you can private message me ceremony, and I will get you the information. We got 2 spots left. And then the other way that you can dive deeper into this work, if you're really needing to tend to these energy centers, I have 1 or 2 spots left this Q2, Q3, like spring, summertime, for a private client to go on a 4-month journey and work with these chakras. This is the opportunity to really allow yourselves to break through any self-sabotaging habits, change your mindset, and really break through these limiting beliefs that are holding you back from with success or from loving and enjoying your life, right? Really dissolving the shadows and the illusion that is that you believe, and the lies that we tell ourselves. Really taking a look at and unpacking what is in each of our energy centers, so that we can become um proactive in our physical health, our spiritual health, our emotional health. You learn during this process, you learn how to create a symbiotic relationship with each of these energy centers. Why I love chakra work is because they are an archetype that we can work with. And it's a tangible way to work with each of these kind of archetypes in our lives, because personal development is so vast, right? It's like really hard to like have a framework or a tangible way to like, how do I love myself? How do I trust myself? How do I build my self-worth, right? But each of these chakras represent one of these things. And so we can allow ourselves to dive in and really rewire and anchor these thought processes, these patterns in our brain that are conscious and subconscious, and really expand our capacity to love and accept ourselves, hold both of our dark and our light, and learn how to trust our intuition, because our intuition teaches us how to move forward in a way that feels really good, really joyful, really in alignment with our purpose, right? Making decisions from the heart and living from that place of joy and passion. So you can really start fully living your life. So if that's something that you're interested, I have 1, maybe 2 spots for new clients to go in this 4-month journey together. And we're going to be, it's a deep process, and you can expect that on the other side of that 4 months, you're going to be a completely different person, right? You're going to have to look and look at the shadows and face them that are in each of your energy centers, and dissolve the energy blockages in there. Learn how to change your lifestyle habits so that you can follow through on the actions and the goals that you want for your life. And it all starts with knowing yourself deeply, being willing to unpack those um things that we usually want to look away from. So if you're interested, drop chakras in the comments, and I will message you privately to give you some of the details around that, or you can just private message me and we can dive into that. But I will leave you here. That's what I have for you today. I trust that this served you. And until next week will actually be off for spring break. So we'll come back the 1st of April for our prayer circle of the month. And if you're on YouTube, like I said, go over and join our Facebook group. Until then, go out there and share your light with the world. Namaste.